David Cassidy, the beloved teen idol and star of the hit 1970s show The Partridge Family, passed away 7 years ago. He left behind a legacy of music, acting, and a complex personal life. In this video, we'll explore the recent DNA test results that have shed light on the truth about his children. Join us as Facts First presents He Died 7 Years Ago. Now a DNA test confirms the truth about his children. Humble beginnings to overnight stardom. Born into a family of performers, David Cassidy seemed destined for life in the spotlight. His parents, Jack Cassidy and Evelyn Ward, were both successful actors and singers, and young David grew up immersed in the world of showbiz. In 1970, at age 20, he landed the role that changed his life forever, Keith Partridge on The Partridge Family. Alongside his real-life stepmother, Shirley Jones, Cassidy became the face of the fictional musical family. His boyish good looks and undeniable charisma made him an instant heartthrob, captivating audiences around the world. The price of fame. The sudden rush of success came at a cost. Cassidy found himself struggling with the pressures of being a teen idol, desperate to be taken seriously as a musician and an actor. The constant media scrutiny and hysteria surrounding his every move took a toll on his mental health. Tragically, his fame even led to the death of a young fan, Bernadette Whalen, who was killed in a stampede at one of his concerts in London. As the years passed and his teenage fan base matured, Cassidy's career began to wane. He starred in the short-lived television series David Cassidy, Man Undercover, and turned to musical theater to sustain himself financially. Behind the scenes, he grappled with substance abuse issues, which strained his personal relationships and led to a series of failed marriages. Family matters and hidden truths. Cassidy's personal life was a tangled web of complex relationships and hidden truths. One of the most significant aspects was his relationship with his daughter, Katie Cassidy, born from a brief relationship with model Sherry Williams. Despite being her biological father, Cassidy admitted to being largely absent from Katie's life, a fact that put a strain on their relationship for many years. Quote, "I wasn't her father. I was her biological father, but I didn't raise her," he confessed in an interview. In 1991, he found love again with Sue Schifrin, and the couple welcomed a son, Beau. This marriage lasted more than 2 decades, but it wasn't without challenges. Throughout their time together, Cassidy's struggle with alcohol addiction persisted, leading to multiple DUI arrests and stints in rehabilitation centers. Years after Cassidy's passing, a shocking revelation emerged that shook the foundation of his family tree. Shelley Wright, a woman from Florida, came forward, claiming to be Cassidy's secret love child, the product of a one-night stand between the singer and her mother in 1973. In a bizarre twist, Wright went to great lengths to prove her claim, even purchasing a water bottle Cassidy had allegedly used during a concert and having the DNA tested against her own. The results, according to Wright, showed a staggering 99.9% probability that Cassidy was indeed her biological father. Financial struggles. At the height of his career, Cassidy was a bona fide superstar with a fortune that seemed to know no bounds. He was the quintessential teen idol, with millions of adoring fans and a string of hit records that made him a household name. But as the years passed, he found himself facing financial turmoil. Like many celebrities, he fell victim to poor financial management and a series of bad investments that slowly chipped away at his wealth. He also struggled with personal demons, including a long battle with alcohol addiction, which likely contributed to his financial woes. As his career began to wane in the late 70s and early 80s, Cassidy found himself grappling with a new reality. The royalties from his time on The Partridge Family began to dry up, and he was forced to rely on increasingly sporadic acting and singing gigs to make ends meet. He also faced mounting legal bills and a series of failed marriages. Despite his best efforts to turn things around, his financial situation continued to deteriorate. In 2015, he made the difficult decision to file for bankruptcy, citing a combination of poor business decisions and diminishing royalties from his time on The Partridge Family. This bankruptcy was a humbling moment for Cassidy, who was forced to confront the harsh realities of his financial situation. The Dementia Deception. In the final years of his life, David Cassidy made headlines when he publicly announced that he had been diagnosed with dementia, the same disease that had claimed the lives of his mother and grandfather. Fans around the world were devastated by the news, and many rallied around the star in a show of support and compassion. As the details of Cassidy's condition began to emerge, it became clear that all was not as it seemed. In a stunning disclosure featured in the documentary David Cassidy, The Last Session, the celebrity confessed that his alleged dementia was actually a facade for something much darker: extensive alcohol abuse and poisoning. "There's no sign of me having dementia at this stage in my life," Cassidy confessed to producers just days before his tragic passing. It was complete alcohol poisoning. This admission sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and left fans reeling with questions and concerns. The truth behind Cassidy's condition serves as a sobering reminder of the devastating impact that addiction can have on a person's life, physically and mentally. It also raises important questions about the pressures that celebrities face to maintain a certain image, even in the face of personal struggles and challenges. A will and a way. As David's health declined, he was forced to confront the harsh realities of his own mortality. One of the most difficult decisions was how to handle his estate. In a move that surprised and saddened many, Cassidy made the choice to exclude his daughter Katie from his will. In documents drafted in 2004, he stated that any references to his child or children were solely pertaining to his son Beau and not to Katie. The reasons behind this decision remain somewhat unclear, but it undoubtedly added another layer of complexity and pain to an already strained family dynamic. Cassidy's final wishes, as laid out in his will, were a reflection of his complicated relationships and personal priorities. He stipulated that his $150,000 in assets would be left to his son Beau, while his cherished music memorabilia would be passed down to his half-siblings. In a particularly pointed move, he explicitly stated no benefits should be provided to his daughter Katie. Some have speculated it may have been a result of their tumultuous relationship over the years, while others believe it may have been a way for Cassidy to ensure that his legacy and assets were protected. A life cut short. In November 2017, David Cassidy's life came to a tragic and untimely end. After years of battling alcohol addiction and the heavy toll it had taken on his body, he was hospitalized in critical condition, his organs failing and his future uncertain. Despite desperate attempts to save his life, including the need for a liver transplant, Cassidy's condition continued to deteriorate. Surrounded by his loved ones, David passed away on the 21st of November 2017 at age 67. In a poignant moment of heartbreaking honesty, his daughter Katie later revealed her father's last words, quote, "So much time wasted." Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite memory of David Cassidy? Let us know in the comments section below.